Okay, friends, it's day 3 of equations. Notes. Writing linear equations in slope-intercept form. All right, you need to get your notes from day 1 and day 2, and you need to fill out and explain what these parts are, just like we did before. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that, okay? So, get it out, get it started. I will be here, but I'm going to be waiting. I'm still here. I'm still waiting. Hope you're working on it. What is the y? Write it down. What is the x? Write it down. What is m? What is b? Y is total. X is the variable. M is the slope, which is slope on a graph. But if we're working a word problem, we're looking for rate of change, or we call that unit rate. The B is the y-intercept on a graph. There's some words we can use when we're working on a word problem for that. It is an initial value. The initial value is the same as a starting point. If you don't understand what initial value is, it's the same as a starting point. You start 3 miles away from home. Your bank account starts with $500. You start 500 feet below sea level. All those kinds of things are a starting point, an initial value. It also is a lot of times a service fee, a membership fee, a trip charge, a deposit, many things. In other words, it happens a one-time thing. It happens once. You aren't going to multiply anything with it. It's not going to change. It's a set amount. Okay? Remember that what does the equation written like mean? That the y-intercept is at the origin. Remember that kind of equation, when it's at the origin, is proportional. Y equals mx plus b is not at the origin, therefore it is not proportional. Both of them have a rate of change, okay, because both of them have a slope. This one has a Constant of proportionality. Do you remember that? This one does not because of that B. All right, let's talk about some words that mean to multiply, to add, to subtract. I really wish I was there with you so I could get your feedback on this. I would love for you to add your own words that you think about. I only can give you a list from my head because I think sometimes it's better when I know it's better when you come up with them. Number one, I can't list them all in the first place. I can list popular ones. Multiply is usually per, another thing it can be is each. When you say each month, each day, each year, it is something each hour, for each hour. Those per each. I'm trying to think of some more words that mean to multiply. Add is easy. It's plus. It could be also. It could be and. It could be over here, multiply, every. Okay, plus, also, and for add. I know there's so many more out there, and I'm just not thinking add, obviously. In addition to. So I know there are many, many, many out there. I'm not catching them all, I'm sure. So you need to maybe add a few. You guys can work on that. We'll talk about it also when I come back. Subtract. Subtract is a interesting one. It can mean words like, yes, minus, obviously, okay? It can also mean descent. In other words, when you descend, you are subtracting. Another one could be trying to think out of my head. This isn't working tonight. All right, descent minus, less, obviously, would do it. And I'll let you come up with a couple on your own because my brain, it is 6 o'clock at night and I'm just not thinking by this time of night. All right, and I'll help you add to it if we need to when I get back. All right, so now we're going to try and find the slope and the intercept to write an equation in y equals mx plus b. So remember, we're looking for y equals mx plus or minus b. It might be a minus if we're descending. In order to join a dancing club, there is a $30 startup fee and, okay, I know that this means a plus, doesn't it? And a $4 monthly fee. So which one only occurs once? I'm glad. I know what you're saying. The startup fee. You can talk to me. I'm talking to you. Okay? So if the startup fee only occurs once, is that your y-intercept or your slope? I hope you said y-intercept. So b is going to be equal to 30, and my slope is $4 per month, correct? So each month I'm going to pay $4. So all I have to do, y equals, I've got something that's going to multiply, and then I have something that's going to cost one time. Well, 30 is my one-time fee, and $4 per month. Okay? It's not very hard. Number 2, in order to join an online learning community. There is oh my gosh, this is almost the same thing. There is a $20 startup fee and a $5 monthly fee. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that models this situation. So, I have a one-time fee. A startup fee is a one-time fee. It's a membership fee, startup fee, all those things are interchangeable. And I have a $5 monthly. Every month I'm going to have to pay $5. That's what that says. So my B is 20. My slope is 5. Now I just plug it into my equation. Y equals 5x plus 20. Okay? All right, let's look at another one. An airplane 30,000 feet above the ground begins descending at a rate of 2,000 feet per minute. Assume the plane continues at the same rate of descent. Write an equation to represent the height of the airplane in feet above the ground, y, in relationship to time in minutes, x. Okay, I know this makes it sound complicated, all right? But we know where our y is. We know where our x is. So all we have to do is figure out the parts that we're going to put with it. So I need a one-time something or a starting, what did we say? Initial value, service fee, or membership fee, a one-time thing. I'm looking for that. Well, it's either got to be an airplane is 30 feet above the ground and begins descending at a rate. Hey, this even says the word rate. So it's where it's starting, 30,000 feet. Okay? The rate of change is, or your slope is 2,000 feet per minute. So that's my slope. The only issue is here is that we are descending. So what does the word descending mean? It's the same as descent, okay? Well, I guess we could come up here and add the word descending because that is kind of a, what is that, descending? I'm getting confused. Is that the, that's not the verb. It's not the adverb. Is that the adjective? Or no, actually it's a verb. Descending is actually movement, so it's the verb. See, it tells you I'm not an English teacher. All right? So descending means I'm going to subtract. I'm going to subtract that rate from my initial. So I've got y equals, I'm going to write it a little bit different. Instead of writing it with my slope first and my y-intercept last, I'm going to put my y-intercept first. 30,000, descends at a rate of 2,000 feet, and this is my x per minute. Okay? Now, if you had written that y equals negative 2,000x plus 30,000, those are the same. You have to look at where the signs are. This is a plus, that's a plus. This is a minus, this is a minus. Okay? So, they're the same exact equation. They're just written two different ways. All right, you have a practice today. You shouldn't have any problems with your practice. Finish it up. Be good, because I'll hear about it if you're not. So you better be behaving. All right, and I'll talk to you on video tomorrow, and then I will see you on Wednesday.